Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to do the October orchid update, and we are going to focus our attention on dendrobiums that need dry winter rest today. Alright, so here it is, getting close to the end of October. A lot of these dendrobiums are still actually outside. I have just brought them in for filming purposes, so they're all in one place, makes it easier for me. They're going to stay out until we have frost warnings. So it's the 19th of October right now. I'm sure they're going to be out for at least another couple weeks to a month. Last year we didn't get any frost until December. And what we're going to focus our attention on today is how to get these guys to rebloom next spring by giving them a dry winter rest now. So it's going to be important to withhold water for the winter time for these dendrobiums. All of them come from similar areas. They're going to come from China and the Himalayas, in areas where the winter times are cool and bright with very little precipitation, and the summers are always warm and wet with lots of precipitation. So an easy way to remember when to stop watering your dendrobiums that need the dry winter rest is I do not water from Halloween to Valentine's Day. Now this is just a general rule of thumb. If you can really see the canes are starting to shrivel up, you probably want to give it a little bit of water. So we'll start over this way here. This is Dendrobium Phalaenopsis, excuse me. It's grown in a basket, and it can bloom off old canes as well as new canes, but it's going to need a cool winter rest to do that. It's outside right now, and we'll probably stay out for the next couple weeks anyways, and then I'm going to bring it into the greenhouse. I'm still not going to water it. It might get one more watering before Halloween, and that's going to be about it. These little guys here, Dendrobium Hibiki, Dendrobium Kingianum. Now Miss Orchid Girl, she just got a Dendrobium Kingianum and asked about care for them, so I'll elaborate a little bit on this guy. Now this is new growth here. It needs to mature. It's kind of a balancing act between when to withhold water and allowing the new growth to mature. Basically, when the new growth matures in the next couple weeks, you're going to want to withhold the water. And this is one that, although I say don't water from October 31st to February 14th, I usually give it a drink somewhere around Christmas time because the canes do start to shrivel otherwise. Now, if you were to not water this dendrobium, and a lot of the other dendrobiums as well, you would actually end up getting kikis like this. Now this cane matured in the summertime, so I was still watering it, of course, because other canes were still growing, and because it matured in the summertime, it got a kiki on it instead. Anyways, moving on there. This is a Dendrobium Phalaenopsis. Sure I'm not saying that right. Anyways, it's very similar to a Kingianum, a little bit bigger flowers. This guy is a cold grower. It's going to stay outside. It can take frost. Then we have Pendant type dendrobiums. These ones are deciduous, so it's going to lose its leaves. Every leaf will drop off. This one is key. No matter how much it screams for water, do not give it water after Halloween. It's going to drop all its leaves on the canes like this. I'm going to swing you up here. Here's a bigger version right here. You can see the old canes, they're all leafless. If you water this guy in between Halloween and Valentine's Day, you're not going to get flowers in the spring. This one, the canes don't even shrivel when you don't water them. It's just used to it. Another one of the same. You can see this one was taken from a cane. There's the length of cane down there. And this was just a kiki that was growing off of it, and it was given to me. This one here is Dendrobium Succulent'M. Again, a dry winter rest for this guy. It has pendant type blooms that come out from underneath where my finger is here. This is Dendrobium Harveyanum. Stop watering when the growth matures. This is this year's growth right here. Just turn that light off, see if it makes a difference. And no water till Valentine's Day. What else do we have here? I'll come back to those. Those are cotyledons. Just briefly talk about those type of orchids. Here is a nobile dendrobium. I only have a couple nobile types. They're quite large, as you can see. It's probably a 2.5–3 foot plant. This one's growing indoors or in the greenhouse, and I have another one that's outside. The one outside, of course, is getting much colder than the one in here, but both are going to stop being watered for Halloween, and they won't get any water until Valentine's Day. So just a quick note on these guys. The cotyledony family of orchids, they are the same as the dendrobiums in the fact that they need a dry winter rest. So we have the cotyledony cristata, cotyledony falcata, cotyledony specialosa. These are all outside right now, and they are going to stay outside until frost. We're going to give them no water. The bulbs here are actually going to, on these guys, start to wrinkle pretty good. They're going to be look like raisins almost by the time it's done, but that's okay. That's naturally how it goes. A few yellowing leaves are from last year. They just need to be trimmed off. So anyways, those are some of my dendrobiums that I am going to soon forget about for the winter time. Not all dendrobiums are like this. There's a few in bloom right here. There's a Dendrobium Phalaenopsis. We will continue to water that one all winter long. The antelope types like these guys here, we're going to water those guys all winter long. This is the Dendrobium Hibiki up here. Focus on that. Guy's gonna get water all winter long as well. So not all of them are gonna need that dry rest, just a few of them. This one here, which is being crushed by the orchid that I just put in, that is a Wilsonaria. Let me see if I can focus on that. Taking up too many hands here. So that is a Wilsonaria. We're kind of straying from topic now, but I'll show you guys what's in bloom right now as well. There's a brass up here that's just finishing. Quite a big one. The dancing lady is still in bloom, although the odd one's starting to fade now and come off. Won't be long. The fogger just kicked on. Of course, there's some Draculas in bloom. Those are my new Nepenthes. They're doing well. Lots of butterworts in bloom right now. Turn that off for a sec so you can see some of the butterwort blooms. What else do we have in bloom? This is just the one side here. Let me swing you around. Now this side has lights on it, so it's going to be a little bright. I can probably turn off the lights as we go. Hold on, okay. Culminaria. There's a little mini cat down there. Nepenthes. The fog's kind of catching up with us over here now. Nice Phalaenopsis. Let me turn off this light too. Another beautiful Phalaenopsis. These ones are scented, both of these. Turn off this light. It's getting foggy in here. It's just pumping out. When the fans turn off, the fog sort of settles, and the humidity gauge is way up here, so even though I'm going to be knee deep in fog, it's not going to register that there's lots of humidity in here on the gauge anyways. There's a Culminaria. Chinese Cymbidium is back there. Oh, the fog just turned off. Good. Chinese Cymbidium is back there. I noticed a couple spikes on the Chinese Cymbidiums. Phalaenopsis are getting full of spikes. Here's a spike. This is an Oncidium here. This big Phalaenopsis back here. It did something weird with its spike. See right here, it formed like a cup-shaped leaf and then had to break through it. And then it went up and formed another sort of cup-shaped leaf. Let me see if I can focus on that. The backlighting is horrible. And there's another cup-shaped leaf. All the way up are these little leaves, and then the buds are starting way up here. Anyways, guys, that is greenhouse update for, or orchid update for October. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Here's a Culminaria. Sherry baby. Yeah. As always, thanks for watching.